Hey guys, it's Colin again, and I'm gonna improvise some stand-up comedy for you, or I should say sit-down comedy, because that is my deal. Um, so, you know, basically, when I was younger, I used to hate people that would park in handicap spots when you're going places, doing things. It's always nice to be able to have handicap spots, especially if you have the placard, you get everything set up, because they're designed to make it easier for you. They're near ramps. They're near places you can get up, sidewalks, whatever it is. Um, and when people used to park in handicap spaces, that used to really tick me off. But I finally realized, now that I'm older with some perspective, that people that park in handicap spots are actually just uh, announcing to the world that they're handicapped. Um, I know you might say, like, well, okay, that doesn't make sense, Colin. But if you think about it, people that aren't handicapped and park in handicapped spaces, they're just mentally retarded. You just can't see it. Um, and as they like to say in Alcoholics Anonymous and other places, the first step is admitting you have a problem. So I actually think, you know, people who do that are heroic because they're actually announcing to the world, hey, I'm mentally retarded. Because that's the only way it would make sense to park in a handicapped space. Um, the other thing that I've noticed is I've moved into more urban areas with bus and transportation is that there's not a lot of differences between handicapped people and older people, seniors. For one, um, the handicapped space is reserved for our buses. I use SEPTA, that's, southeastern Pennsylvania. Um, they're named or they're marked. So first of all, they're marked. That should be a problem. The fact that people have to see a thing that's very bright yellow um, on the seats that says these seats are reserved for handicaps and seniors, that's kind of like, you know, just another thing that makes you go, wow, really, who's handicapped here? Because if they have to be told, you know, and then the worst part is people that don't even follow that. Um, it's kind of like, what? You know? Um, but the interesting thing is, handicapped people and seniors, the bus treats you kind of similarly. So if you're on Medicare or you're handicapped, uh, you can get what they call a reduced fare card, and that saves you money. Normally it's like $3 and some change, and it only costs me now $1.50 to go on two different buses. Um, for seniors, it's, once you hit that age where you have a senior's card, you can ride for free anytime, which is pretty sweet. But that got me to thinking, like, if I'm a senior and I'm handicapped, does that mean SEPTA should pay me money? Because that would be really awesome. If I just made $1.50 every time I rode a bus, then maybe I would get out of a job because you can ride a bus several times a day, and all of a sudden you could make some money off that. Um, the other reason why I think that handicapped people and seniors are similar is that when you're on the bus, um, once you get to your destination, or while you're getting to your destination, people care for you about the same. They might get up, they might give you a seat, they might not. And also, people that are just getting places, they have no problem crowding the front of the aisle, um, making it difficult for you to get out. And then at the end of the ride, people that are just trying to get places, they don't care if you're disabled. They don't care if you got crutches. They don't care if you got a wheelchair. They're going to get to the front of the bus. Most of them. They're just going to go. So it's almost like crossing a street because you have to wait for them to just decide, F you, okay, I'm getting out of this bus. Because for whatever reason, wherever they're trying to go, they got to get there faster than you, even though they let you sit at the front of the bus. Um, and so usually I try to be, respectful of seniors. I'll let them go first if at all I can, because, you know, I I'm younger, I can wait, and I'm not usually in a hurry to get anywhere. Um, But ultimately, something that I realized recently about myself is with cerebral palsy, you know, I've had an interesting road with my disability. So what I realized is that I'm kind of aging in reverse. I'm basically like a living Benjamin Button because, you know, Benjamin Button starts older as he's young and then gets younger. Well, when I was younger, I couldn't walk. And so, what do we always see about seniors? They have that situation where they fall and they can't get up. And that was me until maybe about 4 or 5 years old. And then I was using a walker, which is what you see a lot of seniors do when they're getting along. They use a walker to help, you know, let them motor. Um, and then I was using crutches. Once again, seniors and canes. So hopefully by now you get the point. I'm kind of aging backwards. So I'm really excited because by the time I get to be 65, I expect to be playing baseball for the Yankees. Anyway, guys, that was a little sit-down comedy. It's a little longer than normal, but that's what happens when you improvise. You can't make sure it stays to a certain time period. Have a great day, and hopefully you'll be seeing more stand-up comedy from me soon. Bye-bye.